Center COG, the Operational Command Post PC Ops, the Technical and Scientific Gendarmerie Judicial Service, the Road Safety Campaign Task Force with a specialized mobile patrol unit, the National Gendarmerie Polyvalent Intervention Grouping GPIC, and the vehicle scanner known as ZB van. These operations are coordinated by the Secretary of State at the Ministry of Defense in charge of the National Gendarmerie, Yves Landry Galaxy Toga, who has made them more dynamic. The Gendarmerie Operations Center, abbreviated as COG, and answers calls at the number 113, is a patrol coordination unit which receives distress calls from citizens on issues such as theft, robbery, accidents, disappearances of persons, discovery of corpses, and assaults. The calls are coordinated with the patrols on the field, with preference given to the nearest team to the scene.
Nous recevons l'appel de détresse. Nous identifions la personne qui appelle.
When we receive a distress call, we identify the caller. Then we localize that zone and the exact place. We send the nearest patrol team to the scene, and when the work is over, they inform us, and they are the ones who initiate the judicial process through investigation. Our own work ends in this office, but I must tell you that we register all the calls we receive and give a report to our hierarchy. The major difficulty we have here is useless calls. Many people just call to distract. You also have bandits who call to divert our attention from the area where they are operating. This is why we carefully identify the person who calls and send the number to the patrol team before they are deployed on the field. There is no exception. Anyone can call to signal a situation of distress, and you know our number is toll-free. 113 is free of charge, and we function 24 on 24 hours. Many calls are rare. Last night, we received 82 calls of people in distress. And there are days that we get up to 100 calls.
Nous sommes allés à plus de 100. En 24 heures, nous sommes allés à plus de 100 appels.
At the time of collection of information for this program, a practical case came up.
Charles reprend message. Déporté au quartier bien massif. Lieu du Scalom nous signale la présence dans une salle les malfrats en pleine action de consommation de stupéfiants.
This is a gang of gamblers, traffickers and smokers of marijuana at the Scalom BMC neighborhood, reported by a phone call from an inhabitant of the area. They are made up of a secondary school student, a university student, and some idlers. On arrival at the scene, some of them are stopped from trying to swallow the drug in their possession in an attempt to destroy evidence.
Charlie Oscar de 352. Ma position, je suis à Scalom. Mission accomplie. Je vous complète le compte rendu par TPH. Je m'avais reçu parler. Reprenez communication, Charlie Oscar. Terminé pour 352.
The woman in the group is a facilitator of the activities and host of the gang. We carry out this type of operation on a daily basis. It is based on information we get from our agents in the field, including gendarme officers. When there is a case signal anywhere, we get organized and intervene as we did today. These groups of bandits always function with a woman among them. The woman in this operation is different. When the gendarmes arrived on the scene, she came to stop them from arresting the gang because they are operating from her house. She has a whole room which she rents to them, and they stay in it 24 hours and 24 gambling. You know that when they gamble, those who lose do not spare anyone they meet as they leave the gambling scene. They assault with no pity. When you hear that someone's house has been broken into, there are these type of gangs. We are going to open an investigation right away, and they will give their statements, after which the competent attorney will receive them for the judicial process. The operational command post of the National Gendarmerie, simply referred to as PC-Ops, is another service which dominantly functions from telephone calls for prompt action, especially to denounce malpractices in the corps. It intervenes on cases of crime, collaborates with the Ministry of Water and Energy, where it takes part in assuring regularity in the petroleum transactions, and its anti-corruption unit has just been reactivated by the hierarchy of the National Gendarmerie.
Here we are in the operational command post of the National Gendarmerie, where we have just launched our green number to fight against corruption. The green number is the 1501. So with this free call number available 24 hours, over 24 hours, any citizen all over Cameroon can call to denounce any act of corruption perpetrated by one gendarme. So when we receive that call, immediately we start with investigation to see whether the statement is true or not, and if it's true, we take measure to stop those kind of behavior that we don't want to continue in the National Gendarmerie.
It has newly acquired equipment and the staff has been boosted for more efficient work.
You can see the operators. They are here to receive all the calls through our green number, the 1501. So when they receive a call denouncing any act of corruption, they write it down, and after that we are obliged to make investigation to see if those statements are true or not. If they are true, we take measure, because the aim of this cell put down by the Secretary of State in charge of National Gendarmerie is to fight against corruption and let people know that we gendarmes, we are only here to serve the citizen and to serve them freely.
Cette combinaison a un clivet, ce qu'on appelle généralement le capuche, pour empêcher de laisser aussi nos cheveux.
C'est également pour ne pas laisser vos empreintes, pour qu'après, quand on vient travailler, vous soyez confondus encore au bâti, alors vous n'étiez pas de les supporter.
There is the Central Gendarmerie Judicial Service, which handles cases of theft, robbery, fire accidents, explosions, kidnappings, drowning, and traffic accidents, and other cases where they get complicated. At the heart of this service is the technical and scientific operation which gets details in a scene where there seems to be no evidence. This is an illustrative crime scene of an abandoned vehicle stolen during a burglary that registered casualties, money made away with, and a child kidnapped. The scientific police gets into action, put on adapted dressing that neither leaves nor takes away undesirable trace from the scene. The crime scene is demarcated and secured with a belt, followed by pictures from large to close shots registered in a notebook. Then the division of the scene into zones of letters and figures, under which the indices collected are classified. Every object is taken